Hello, Gunner James 105. So, as the title states, I've got some helmets that are what you call post-war and a replica. So the replica, and this is from maybe 5-6 years ago. IMA had a good deal on these at the time. I'm not sure what they're selling for now, but what was promised or mentioned in the ad was the fact that they were using an original helmet to come up with the proper thickness, weight, matching the helmet. Now this one happens to be an M35 that I had put decals on after receiving it. So I know there's different types of decals that you can get that are very high quality. These will do. I have featured this in another video as far as when one can't afford the real deal, a replica can fill in as far as a display piece. So if you wanted to have the look or the feel, I mean, this one will fit me. And so it's done, as far as I know, fairly accurately, and they even stamp like a serial number and the size. So it's all done as a replica or something to replicate an original helmet of World War II, this one, an M35, and I know they offer, I believe, or I'm pretty sure they've got the 40 and 42 as well. I opted to go with the 35 just because it had the separate rivet that was part of that design, and the fact that if you're wanting to put a decals on, then maybe you would find in the early stages, even pre-war, of course, I think the helmets were a shinier paint pre-war, but you would have your double decal, so the tricolor shield, and then this would be the hair or army symbol here. So pretty nice helmet. As far as detail, I don't think that the originals had a leather string in here, but it does have the little washers, and it's done quite nicely, I have to say. So what I had, so that was the one I picked up, like I said, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. This particular one is an actual German World War II helmet that was repurposed by the Norwegians, and so it had these. Well, I'll back up and tell you that this came to me probably 40 years ago. My mother and father go to garage sales and find things. They found for me a M36 grenade for $5 at a garage sale. So it, other than not having a fuse and powder in it, it was all complete. Very, very nice hand grenade that sell for about $400 these days. This particular helmet they got at a garage sale for $5 as well. So this helmet then, with these splashes of the green paint over what I was able to reveal a bit of it was the crest then. Some of these, you'll see the crest positioned about here on these Norwegian helmets. So this one's an M40, so it's got the pressed holes, vent holes, and then it's got the it's got the rolled rim, just like the 35. But the difference is this one here has a liner that the Finns had put in, so they replaced the original liner, and I believe chin strap. I mean, there's no markings on here to indicate a maker. It feels there again too, if we compared this, I mean, this as far as I know was replaced, so that wouldn't be an original chin strap. But the band, now I've had this liner out, and I have seen on the this is a very small helmet, by the way. That liner is a 55, and so and I know that they use like a shoelace as far as their liner went, but the band is an original World War II band, and I can't remember what year and make or whatever, but it's it's stamped in there. So it's pretty interesting. I wouldn't have known that had I not taken it apart, and the fact that it's not an original World War II helmet, I didn't really have a problem with doing that. I was able to put everything back together the way it was, nice and tight rivets and all that. So this one, of course, I might try and get some of that paint off and see if I can't reveal all the decal. I don't want to ruin the decal, but then, I mean, if it's under there and I can't see it. So this was just something, I think when they surplus these out, they decided that they were just going to splash paint on them and not identify them as to where they came from. So that's okay. The next one, let's swap places here. This one I got a week ago, not far from where I live. The one fellow that supplies me with a lot of things lately. And this is also an M40. It's a bigger size. Actually, I'll start off by saying it's a repurposed helmet, or a not so much repurposed. I think Finland had, so this is a Finnish helmet, had some originals where they took and put their own liner in it, and originally had drilled holes on both sides, and that's where they attached the chin strap. But then later they revised the liner, and then the chin strap became part of the liner there. The split pins were replaced with more of a solid rivet. Now these here, I mean, they're quite everything's quite loose, and of course the liner and chin strap. This again is I believe it's what you'd say is a 64 size, or no, sorry, size 66 shell, which this one is, with a 59 liner. This has got a 58 liner, and you can see there's quite a bit of space between here and here. So this is a small liner for this shell. This could be you know, can fit a much larger liner. So the purpose of this video, mainly, not so much displaying what I've got and all that, is to kind of record for its final look, because my plan is to strip the paint off, whether it's sandblasting. I'm pretty sure if I wanted to get another Finnish helmet, it wouldn't be that hard, because they're not that expensive and they're out there. I want to fill these holes. I have seen others do this, explain how they do this in step-by-step videos, removing the liner. The helmet I'm holding here, apparently the fins, this is what they would refer to as an M40-55. So in 1955, they were wanting to get a bunch of these, and they got some that had the original helmets, and then they had also then started making them in the factory, or one of the factories that made these in Germany in World War II. So the same factory, I'm told, or I've heard that it was even some of the same employees back in World War II that were building these. So the thickness and the type of material and everything else matches an original World War II helmet. So I want to make a replica World War II helmet. There are no markings, no serial number, no size markings on this. Some say that there were the early versions that were original shells that they would scrub the markings off anyway, so they get rid of those markings. This one, I think, was not an original. I don't know why I think that. If there were any stampings, they sure did a good job of scrubbing it without any evidence. So I've already ordered a liner, chin strap, and pins. It's coming from, I'm not sure the seller, but it's in Czechoslovakia, so it'll take a while to get here. Biggest problem I have is that I can't find a supplier for paint in Canada. There's somebody got to be doing this. Maybe it's a model shop yet. I have to check and see. But I know that the United Kingdom and the US have that available no problem, but they're not able to ship anything to me. So I have, or I'm going to experiment with a, I think it's RAL 7009 paint code, of which I can't get in a flat black or a matte finish. But I have done before where I have taken, and I don't know if this is going to work out, so we'll see how that goes. As I say, the liner, the pins, the strap, that's all going to be fine for the inside. The outside, though, if I were to paint this in that proper color, which is this kind of a green gray, or field grau, or feld grau, however you pronounce it. If it's a gloss, and then I'm able to kind of scuff it, and then I use a matte clear coat over top of it, a matte coat, clear coat. It may work. I'll try it on something. Maybe I'll just try it on this, and if it doesn't work, then I'll figure something out. But for the price was right. Definitely good price on this. The price of a replica is a lot more, and unless you're, I mean, I don't know what these are selling for now through IMA, and the Canadian dollar is not so good. I could be spending quite a bit of money to try and get this type of replica again. So I was able to pick this up, and I don't know if I'll do a any kind of, I'm not really good at doing some of those videos where I would show you how it's done. I may just show you the finished product. So we'll see how that goes, or I may, we'll see. So, yeah, that's my plan for somewhere down the road. Once I get everything gathered up, and I'll start on that project, and then have something that's looks cool to display. As far as I know, and I might try to get one of those real fancy decals. I think the M40 they normally had, until they finally didn't have any decals at all. They just had the this decal on the left side, and they did away with that tricolor or tricolor shield, so they didn't have that so much on the M40. So anyways, there it is for now. Thanks for watching.